Hello and welcome. Due to security measures, I'm not allowed to reveal our exact position at the moment. However, I can tell you that right now we find ourselves in the room of a new benchmark in IT architecture, the ICS Datacenter, supporting the strategic direction for a global consolidation. This state-of-the-art infrastructure was built in only 8 months' time. I'm honored to present to you its cornerstones. 24/7 shopping is an unquestioned commodity for today's customers. But what if those street workers accidentally cut the cables? What if the power goes out? Or even a plane crashes?
2 bundles of fiber optic cables connect this new location with its counterpart in the headquarters. Due to the fact that the paths of the cables never cross along the 7.5 kilometer route, it is highly unlikely that both are disrupted at the same time. The distance between the 2 data centers is both close enough to enable a real-time data transmission and distant enough to minimize the risk for both to be impaired by a catastrophic event simultaneously. Huge diesel tanks combined with 2 generators, each supplying about 700 kilowatt, further back up the redundant energy connection of the whole facility, making it nearly impossible to shut down the power supply for the facility. Storage, virtual servers and even applications can be moved between the locations in an instant, done automatically in case of errors.
Pooh. Twice the security apparently causes twice the temperature. So, if you're wondering whether this is energy efficient or not, I'm here to tell you that ICS has a solution to this challenge. The cold aisle concept.
The cold aisle concept is a contemporary response to the recurring demand for even more energy efficiency. A cold aisle is defined as having perforated floor tiles that allow cooling air to come up from beneath the raised floor. In the cold aisle, the racks are arranged face to face, so the cooling air is sucked into the face of the hardware and exhausted out the back onto the adjacent hot aisle. Energy savings of more than 20% compared to somewhat casual floor layouts and dramatically reduced risk of hardware failure are the major benefits.
Nobody told me the price you pay for energy efficiency. More than 300 kilometers of cabling are winding through the city, beneath streets and walkways. That's what I call a data highway.
To ensure that more than 1.5 petabyte of data can be processed on over 1,000 virtual machines, independent of the actual location of data or computer, highest transmission speed must be in place. ICS engineers have calculated that 22 fiber optic cables, each capable of about 10 gigabit per second with current technology, are a well-designed amount to cope even with future demands. This makes both locations behave as one virtual data center.
At first I thought the cable colors make it a fancy place. But nothing in here is by chance. You might be fooled to think the colors and labels are selected randomly, but everything serves its purpose of supporting a sophisticated plan.
A major implementation of industry best practice models is installed. In combination with the long-term experience of ICS specialists, this accounts into an efficient yet profound process. From the coloring of the cables, to the labeling of the connectors and the naming of hardware and racks, everything is arranged accordingly. A complete and up-to-date documentation is the foundation for a quick and accurate response in case of any hardware failure, enabling a quick troubleshooting independent of the specialist in duty.
So, not only is this particular data center equipped to support the needs of the present, ICS also worked hard on foreseeing the future and thought ahead to prepare for growth. About 300 square meters. Prepare for extending the capabilities in an instant, up to 84 racks, just like that. Here we are, with the technology in place to support the business in a professional yet efficient way. It's a new level of maturity, a new benchmark in IT architecture. It's the ICS Datacenter.